The art of code switching. First off, what's code switching? In old school slang and terms, it's not even slang. It's really just the idea of time and place, setting. Growing up, that was a core lesson I learned at a young age. I think I was like around third grade. Time and place, setting. Basically, you wouldn't talk to a teacher how you would your friends growing up. There was people that would try, but where would that get you? In trouble. You gotta have that layer of respect in that aspect. And that's just one aspect of it. Just me giving an example of what it is. Code switching would be like me speaking English right now. Y luego hablando español después. Eso puede ser un code switch. It can be a code switch, just something that simple. I'm not gonna talk the same way I talk in English to Spanish. And I think that holds people back in terms of progressing in life and seeing different aspects to life, different levels of where you could be. Another example would be at work. Same thing, you're not gonna talk to your boss, for the most part, the same way you would talk to your friends. There are anomalies. In my experience, it's never really worked out. I think it's better to have that division of the ladder, I guess, is difficult. Because I feel like, me personally, I want to be myself at work. Like, not fully, but, at least half, most of me is myself. And obviously filtered, that's another thing to code switching, even filters. It can be looked at as like negatively that you're quote unquote switching up, but it's kind of conflicting because you kind of have to in life if you want to be very successful. People at the top, or what, white people, billionaires, they're not gonna understand you or take you seriously if you're speaking hood or ghetto. And that brings another thing, accent. I have different accents when I'm talking to different people. I have a black scent. I have a Mexican, Spanish accent. That's just what I like to call it. White scent. Like, when I'm talking to white people, I speak a lot more proper. I enunciate my words a lot. My vernacular, the whole vernacular changed. This is nothing new. It just has a different name these days. It gets interpreted a little different as time goes on. And like I said, it's something I think holds people back, not knowing how to implement it, when to implement it, and anything along those lines. There's been times where I felt like a fraud kind of growing up, not in the recent years, but also seeing other people code switch. Even within friends, like, how not every friend you have is on the same level of friendship. That's even a code switch. And sometimes I've seen it make people look kind of fraudish, but I also ask myself, like, I do it too, so what's my excuse? And it's just natural, it happens. Some people you just don't connect with all the way, and you're still cool, but you're just, that sort of thing. And it's happened to me where it felt kind of off, or like I felt kind of hurt, like, oh damn, it's like that. I thought it was dope, and I just had to apply my own logic to that, and not take it personal, not take offense. And it does leave you like thinking, like, what was the point? Like, what about me, or whatever was it that like flipped that thing in you to keep your distance, or what was it? If people can even pinpoint it, I know there's people I can't even pinpoint it, and yeah, probably the same goes for me. But yeah, that's the art of code switching. We talk.